Juliette Lewis didn't just show up in Hollywood, she exploded onto the scene with raw talent and fearless energy. For years, she's been a name that pops up across every genre you can think of: drama, comedy, horror, thriller, you name it. With over 50 film and TV roles under her belt, she's built a career that's not only critically respected, but also pretty lucrative. While some actors fade after a big break, Juliette kept moving, choosing roles that were bold, edgy, and unforgettable. And thanks to a handful of smart film choices, her bank account has seen some serious growth over the years. One of the biggest moneymakers connected to Juliette is Due Date from 2010. This hilarious road trip comedy starred Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis. But even in her smaller role as Heidi, Juliette added an extra layer of fun. The movie itself pulled in over $211 million worldwide. It may not have been the critics' favorite, but audiences showed up in massive numbers. And being part of a box office hit like that, even in a supporting role, helped push her name even higher on the industry ladder. But long before that comedy success, Juliette made serious waves with a role that proved she was more than just another actress trying to make it. In 1991, she starred in Cape Fear, a psychological thriller directed by Martin Scorsese. Yes, that Martin Scorsese. She played Danielle Bowden, the teenage daughter of a lawyer being stalked by a terrifying ex-con played by Robert De Niro. The performance earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. It also pulled in around $79 million in the U.S. alone. That film changed everything for her. It wasn't just a job, it was the moment people started seeing her as a serious force in Hollywood. A few years later, she took on one of the most intense roles of her career in Natural Born Killers, 1994, directed by Oliver Stone. In this controversial film, she played Mallory Knox, one half of a murderous couple who go on a violent crime spree. The story was brutal and bizarre, and not everyone agreed on how they felt about it. But people couldn't stop talking about it. The film made over $50 million globally, and more importantly, it turned into a cult classic. Juliette wasn't just acting, she was making bold choices that kept people watching. She didn't always go for the blockbuster route, though. In 1992, she played Rain in Husbands and Wives, a romantic drama directed by Woody Allen. The movie focused on the messy relationships between two couples, and Juliette's role added a fresh and complex twist to the story. While the film only made about $10.5 million in the U.S., it was another example of her range. She wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, to show the complicated emotions behind the characters she played. Another standout in her career was Strange Days, 1995, a science fiction thriller set in a gritty future. Juliette played Faith Justin, a singer with a complicated past, and her performance was powerful and memorable. The movie didn't smash records at the box office, but it developed a strong fan base and remains one of those underrated gems that fans still talk about. Then there was The Way of the Gun in 2000, where she played a surrogate mother caught in a high-stakes kidnapping. The movie got mixed reviews, but her intense emotional performance stood out. What makes Juliette's story so interesting is how she's managed to balance the high-paying Hollywood projects with smaller, more personal films. She's never stuck to one type of role, and that's kept her career both exciting and profitable. Movies like Due Date and Cape Fear brought in the big bucks, while films like Natural Born Killers and Strange Days helped cement her reputation as someone who wasn't afraid to take risks. That mix of mainstream success and cult credibility is rare, and it's one of the reasons she's still going strong. Outside of acting, Juliette also made waves in music. She started her own rock band, Juliette and the Licks, and toured the world, showing yet another side of her creativity. That ability to switch between Hollywood films and rock concerts? It's just one more reason people can't stop paying attention to her. Even now, she's still working on new projects like Opus and Breaking News in Yuba County, proving she's not slowing down anytime soon. Juliette Lewis's film choices didn't just shape her career, they seriously boosted her financial success. From blockbusters to cult hits, she's shown time and again that she knows how to pick roles that matter. And whether she's playing a troubled teen, a rock singer, or a comic relief character, she brings something real and electric to every role. She's never been predictable, and that's what makes her so captivating. If you've been following her story, you know one thing for sure: Juliette Lewis isn't done surprising us. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about Hollywood's most interesting stars, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know your favorite Juliette Lewis film in the comments.